The problem is not that you are not disciplined. The problem is that your brain is fried from cheap dopamine. Scrolling in bed, gaming until 2 a.m, watching pornography, eating food dripping in saturated fat. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to rewire your dopamine reward system. Your brain is wired to reward you for meaningful shit. Hunting an animal, building a shelter. Now it's rewarding you for its cheap alternatives. Uber Eats, watching pornography, watching motivational videos, etc, etc. It's all mental masturbation, rubbing your reward system. You can't focus and everything feels boring. Constantly starting things that you never really finish. And constantly upping your dopamine addictions just to feel normal. It's why reading feels like Chinese water torture and you can't seem to do more than 3 days consistently at the gym. It's why women don't look at you, because that masculine edge that thrives off real dopamine is buried. For years I lived this on repeat. Sleep in late, sugar for breakfast, scroll before, during, and after work just to numb from how much I hate my life. I felt numb. I felt like I was on autopilot. But that's not the worst part. The worst part is the shame, the self-disgust, the feeling like I'm behind, watching everyone else win at life. I knew that I couldn't keep living like this. Something had to break. For some people, it's a specific moment. For others, it's small moments stacked one after another until something breaks. Step number 1, kill the worst leaks. When you hit this point, you don't change through motivation. You need a structure. You need a system in place to strategically rewire your dopamine reward system. Back then, my biggest energy leaks was social media. Watching endless irrelevant content and consuming shit saturated high sugar foods. But here's the kicker. You can use your biology as your own secret weapon to help you. As humans, we have a negative bias. And what you have to realize is that for us, it is actually easier to identify with what we don't want than what we do want to do and what we do want. Pause this video and write out your biggest energy leaks in order from the worst to the least severe. Don't just say that you'll do it later. The change that you're looking for from watching this video comes from action, not procrastination. After you've written down that list, pick your worst 1 to 2 out of that list and cross everything else out for now. Create one hard rule for each of those that you have left. For example, I am not the kind of person that scrolls 2 hours before bed. It is simply something I don't do. Or it can be something like, I refuse to be fat, and so I will not consume any food that didn't exist 200 years ago. Get creative with it, but make it cut deep for you. It should hurt. Only you know what hurts enough for you to no longer do. Step 2, build a dopamine menu. If you only remove, life will begin to feel dull and empty and boring, and you will be more prone and vulnerable to relapse. Because of this, you need to supplement with better dopamine. If humans were objectively happier 100, 200, or even 300 years ago, wouldn't living more aligned to their daily life make us happier in today's world? So I went ahead and tried it, and it works. I'm not talking about refusing to use medicine or refusing to use technology. I mean eating whole natural foods, getting outdoors, having more silence in your life, or even just meeting real people. The two biggest differences for me was only eating foods that existed 200 years ago. Nothing like today that was in boxes or packaging or had a shelf life of 2 years. And also allowing more time in my day for silence, for thoughts to come and go. Your task is to replace the things that you no longer do with their healthy counterpart. That brings us to step number 3. Make discipline the easy option. Stop trying to be a hero in an environment that's designed to make you lose. Discipline becomes easy when the bad choices are hard and the good choices are easy. Want to stop a scrolling addiction at 2 a.m? Leave your phone plugged in another room. Want to stop eating crap food? Simply don't bring it into your house. Do you want to be more consistent at the gym? Put your shoes and your running clothes at your front door. The key to establishing a successful habit and replacing these cheap dopamine sources with good ones is about making the good ones frictionless. Remove 1 to 2 things that make the bad habits easy. This could be apps, this could be foods, people, or places. After that, Replace it with 1 to 2 things that make the good habits easy. This could be preparation, layouts, or timers. Repeat, do this room by room, area by area. Step 4. Withdrawals, relapse, and symptoms. I will tell you this now. It will feel worse before it feels better. It is the valley of despair before you reach the peak. For everyone, the symptoms look a bit different. For me, I was bored, my anxiety was high, and I was perpetually restless. This is completely natural, and it is just your biology reconditioning to change. Relapse happens. If you happen to revert to your old ways, it is not over until you decide to give up. Action breeds corresponding thoughts to the act. So take action before thoughts take the action for you. You don't have a discipline problem. You're not a lazy person. You're just overstimulated and addicted to cheap dopamine. And once you can see that, the game for you totally changes. Number 1, kill your worst dopamine leaks. Number 2, build a better dopamine menu. Things that actually make you proud. Number 3, make discipline the easy option by changing your environment. And number 4, learn to ride the withdrawals and get back on track as fast as possible. If you do those things for 3 months, you will notice a shift. If you do them for 6 months, you won't even recognize yourself. If this hit a nerve, good. That means you still give a shit about your life. Subscribe if you want more brutally honest, practical stuff just like this. And drop your biggest dopamine leak in the comments section, and I'll reply with 1 action you can take today.